So hello everybody and welcome to this replay. So it's me in the E-25, of course, one of the most OP tanks in the game. In my opinion, this is a must-get premium tank. If you're gonna get one premium tank, it has to be this, because it makes more money than tier 8 tanks. And the reason why, because the standard rounds, if you don't fire APCR, is so cheap. It's about 130 credits, I think. It's something really cheap. This tank has the ability to pump shots out like machine gun. So there goes my first kill. But I gotta be careful because my armor, although sloped, is not strong. And I took a hit from the Hellcat, which is their best player, and I took a hit from the Hellcat, but the Hellcat, still I can't see him. But there's some really weird thing going on here. Look at it. What's happening with the game? Because I fired 2 shots, which would definitely have hit the KV-1S, but apparently not. That's really strange. Maybe the game thinks I'm shooting into the ground when it displays I'm shooting the KV-1s. I don't know. But yeah, let's keep saying the game. The E-25 has one bad thing. Okay, it has not enough ammo. That's one of the biggest problem, because it fires so fast and it does so little damage each shot. You really gotta make them count. It's like a French autoloader, but without actually having a clip. So it's like unloading all the time. So that's pretty awesome. This tank shouldn't be brought into frontline brawling because it doesn't have a turret. But there's one exception. If you get around them on their arse and you stick to them, okay, you stick to that guy's arse like glue, and then you just pump shots after shots while they don't have gun depression deal with you. That's one way of brawling with this thing. But normally you would want to keep your engagement at long ranges. This tank, for example, can drive in the middle of Malinovka and not get spotted. It's one of those OP tanks with the OP camo rating. What else do I have to say? So you gotta use the terrain to make sure that they can't see you. Like, you gotta use the bushes, and because the premium tanks haven't got nerfed recently, all the TDs in the game got nerfed, but not premium ones. So therefore this thing will remain hidden most of the times, more likely than, for example, the non-premium TDs. So therefore this tank is pretty OP at the moment compared to regular tanks. I'm sure they won't really nerf this thing that much because it's a premium. Okay, so let's see ARL and M6. Okay, so I can only see the ARL, but I can't pen him, so I shouldn't really have wasted that shot. We should have fired premium round from this point on, and you can just see how devastating. If you wish to Silk Club, you can literally drive this thing and Silk Club with APCR rounds if you have the money, but I don't. I just want to get the kills and win the game. Really, I want to win. That's what I need, because with bad win ratio it's hard to have a nice day. But okay, I left that guy on low health and I got spotted, so which means I took a hit. This tank does not have the most health in the world, but in comparison to its size, it actually has pretty good health points compared to like SU-122-44. So you can see I'm not spotted. I am not spotted. That's because I got 2 layers of concealment and A43, and I bounced on the A43. The gun is underwhelmingly weak, but if you manage to snipe weak spots, it's pretty good. You can, for example, snipe the weak spot of Tiger P from the meter of 300. We're losing 9-11, and I know that we're gonna lose because I don't have enough shells left. It's just simply almost impossible to wipe all of them out with this sort of amount of shell. And I'm bouncing, so you can imagine it's not very good now. And there's just far more people alive for me to deal with. But check out the accuracy. That was pretty lucky, to be honest. And I'm thinking, what should I do? Now, the enemy platoon 1 is pretty bad players, so it's a loss. And I knew it. And when I saw that K1S on full health or almost full health, I was like, okay, we lost. But can we, for example, turn the tide? So I'm failing to pen the Yak Panda 4, and he shoots me with the 88 gun. T-150 misses, and I bounce a shot from the Yak Panda 4, and there goes that. And I snapshot that guy, didn't hit the target and didn't penetrate, and I gotta run quickly. And T-150 misses. Now KV-1S, IS, and T-150. So how should I do this? I'm thinking. So it's now 3 versus 2. Okay, we can win this, but the KV-1S just killed our tank, and me and A43. But then this A43 is not a good player, and you can see he's only on 33 health. So if he has any sort of sense of if he had any sort of brain power, I told him to go to the cap and start capping, and I will defend base because I can abuse the view range, and that's the plan. And you can see I'm not spotted by him. I thought I was, but I wasn't. A43, he's trying to pen a T-150 with that 57mm ZIS 4. So the enemy team made a massive mistake. They wanted to cap and win. What they should have done is to defend base, because I'm telling my team to cap, but you know, enemy players are not that good, so you know, we can win this if the opportunity is good. So I told the A43 to cap. He really has to cap. I'm not in a hurry to fire my rounds because, you know, I only have 6 rounds left. But it seems like the A43 is doing all he can. The T-150 is still thinking about trying to hunt us down, but you can see just the camo rating. Just how unbelievable is the camo rating. I'm 300 meters away, okay? I don't have a camo net. Camo net, but I'm not spotted. Like, what the hell's happening here? And okay, now I'm just zoomed on to that guy. And I was playing with Tim Jin, and he was like, "Oh, you can't see the other one. How are you gonna reset the other one?" Well, Tim Jin, if you watch this, you can see I have the T-150 zoomed in already. I know where he is. He's not gonna move that much. And when it gets to the point where I want to reset, I will reset. But still, they're gonna cap faster than us. But what should we do? If one of them leaves the cap right now, we would still win because now their cap points are lower. But 2 of them has to cap together, and I'm just gonna reset them once again when I spot them. And I will spot them every time because I got binoculars. And I loaded gold because I don't want to mess with the RNG. I want to win. So they're still capping faster than us, but it's not a problem because I can just reset like that. And I kill one of them. So now, IS, good luck trying to do something. And I bounced both shots. And we reset him to 0. And the congratulation comes in chat. And I'm out of ammo, so you know what? I'm gonna make a run. And that leaves the IS trying to run for his own cap, but too late to do anything now. But I mean, if the IS had any sort of brain capacity, he would have won the game easily. But he wasn't able to, and you can just see how OP this tank is. If you still don't get this tank after you see this video, then I don't know what to say. I mean, check out my other E-25 videos I got up here. The first day I bought the E-25, the first game I had in E-25 was an Ace Tanker game, and what a game this is, you know. This tank is just so overpowered at the moment with the camo rating abuse. It's just phenomenal. You gotta get yourself one of them as soon as possible because it makes money as well. I think it's better than SU-122-44. I have both of them. In my opinion, this one's more OP because it's got more camo rating. The SU has a derpy gun that barely hits the target, so in my opinion, don't get a SU-122-44 because the tank doesn't take a lot of shells. It's only 840 health or something like that, not much higher, and so you're gonna get two-shotted by some tanks. And then what's the point of having an SU-122 when you got an OP E-25? You know, I got both of them, and I can easily say E-25 is by far most fun, the most credit making, the most carrying ability tank I've ever had in a premium tank. So let's check out the after game stats. So let's have a look at the after game stats. I was able to get 98,000 credits and almost 5k experience double. That's pretty good enough for a double. And you see I did so much damage to the enemy team. You see how much shots I put into each one of them. This tank is fantastic moneymaker, as I said. Team wise, I came first without any problem. Let's sort out the team score. So of course enemy team's Hellcat, which is their best player, did the most damage, but is that enough for the team to win? Apparently not enough. And the IS on the enemy team, I don't know what the hell he saw. He did 2,000 damage. Okay, that's well played when he's still on full health, but okay, it's brilliant because he's in IS, but so am I. But then he made such a mistake to make himself lose the game because I was just able to decap him every time. It's like I had them in my hand, you know. I can squeeze them wherever I want. They cannot escape when I have the E-25 with the binoculars. I could see them, they can't see me. There's no chance. Did you see that? Even when I fired, they still can't see me. So why bother was capping when you see an E-25? You know, E-25's camo rating absolutely fantastic. There's just no doubt. And yeah, GG for those people here, people below this line. Okay, down here, GG for the doubles. Yeah, check out KV2, 2 kills. Yeah, 104. SU, GG for your game, being top tier and doing 0 damage. If we lost the game, it would be all on his fault. Why is the top tier tank dead without any damage? So that's it. But yeah, he could have thrown the game away, but I was able to do enough to win. And A43 was clever enough to help me out. Shots fired 60, 48 hits. That's not a good ratio. But because I was doing long range work, you can't say the tank is not accurate. It is accurate. Penetration 36, so you're gonna expect a lot of bounce, especially when you go against tier 8 heavy tanks. But the thing is, this tank shouldn't be played like that. You should pick on the weak first. And his receipt 3 penetrated, 2 bounces I had. So the armor does block something. It does block a few shots. You can rely on it. So I blocked 440 damage. So that means I only got 430. No, 848. How much health do I have? I can't remember, but 800 something. So I was able to have almost half of my health extra because my armor blocked it. So that's pretty good news. The speed of the tank is brilliant. Damage due to player's assistance 845, and 38,000 credits made because I did spend a bit too much because I used premium rounds, but that's essential when you want to win games in the E-25. You have to use some of them, but you don't have to spam them. Spamming them is, in my opinion, not great because that's a bit too overpowered. You're just abusing the game, but use it at your own expense. What can I say? Best premium tank in the game? Yeah, I think so. I have IS6. Sometimes the IS6 really makes me angry because it doesn't hit the target. RNG trolls you so hard because it's a Russian tank. But E-25 not so much. But then I mean, depend on your playstyle. If you like this sort of Ghost Recon sniper tank, then get it. It's 100% guaranteed fun. But I've seen plenty of noobs with red stats. They've tried to play this tank and they drive into the enemy base and they complain that the gun does almost zero damage because they drive into the enemy base straight away and get killed. So in my opinion, if you play it like I do, or like if you don't play the way Quickie Baby used to play, then you're good, because the way Quickie Baby used to play was bad. And after that, you can see it's one of his recent videos in August. He said how he actually now learns a new way of playing the tank, and that's really the way you play this tank, not the old way. He said this tank, in my opinion, is really good. You have to get it. Just check out the camo rating. You have to abuse it and have it. So therefore, get it as soon as possible, and hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it informative, or whatever, you know what I mean.